Hello and welcome to the 9th episode of the Neurodivergent Navigator Podcast. I'm your host, Caitlin Warren, and today I'll be discussing and exploring the term special interests. In this episode, we will look at a definition of what a special interest is, the difference between a special interest and a regular interest, the difference between a special interest and a hyperfixation, why autistic people have special interests, and my own examples of my own special interests. I hope you enjoy. So, what is a special interest? A special interest is a topic, hobby, or activity that an autistic person has an intense focus on and passion for. In simple terms, a special interest is like an intense obsession over something, whether it's a TV show, a game, an animal, or an object. The possibilities are infinite. Engaging with this interest may provide autistic people joy, comfort, and a sense of purpose. These interests may last as short as a day or two, or up to as long as a year or two or more. But now you may be asking something along the lines of, but everyone has their own interests that they find joy in and can obsess over, but there is a difference between a special interest for autistic people and a regular interest for non-autistic or holistic people. Yes, everyone can have regular interests that they enjoy, and autistic people can have regular interests too. But special interest is a term that is strongly associated with autism and describes a more intense and specific focus on their interests. And yes, holistic/non-autistic people may have their own strong interests, but the intensity, specificity, and experience of having a special interest are typically more common and profound for autistic people, and can even be a core part of their identity and well-being. Another term that some people may have heard of before is a hyperfixation. A hyperfixation is similar to a special interest, but there are still slight differences between them. While a special interest is typically a long-term, deep fascination with a topic that provides joy, identity, and comfort, a hyperfixation is more like a short-term, intense absorption in an activity or task that can even cause people to lose track of time and ignore other responsibilities, and these absorptions can often quickly shift to a new topic. Autistic people can indeed experience hyperfixations, but typically hyperfixations are more commonly associated with ADHD, and special interests are more commonly associated with autism. So why do autistic people have special interests? Well, like any interest for any person, many autistic people have special interests because they are a source of comfort, predictability, and joy, and can help to regulate emotions and reduce their anxiety. In fact, these intense interests are also linked to how the autistic brain processes information, and these interests can also foster a sense of accomplishment for autistic people in knowing information about their interest well. Autistic people's special interests can also enable the development of skills and/or deep knowledge in specific areas to do with their interest. For example, if an autistic person's special interest is Formula 1, they may have deep knowledge in and skills to do with cars. As an autistic person myself, I have had my own fair share of special interests throughout my life, all spanning different amounts of time. For example, when I was younger, I had a fascination with things like My Little Pony, Elf on the Shelves, Harley Quinn, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and a lot more. Even now, I still experience special interests when I'm older. At the moment, I've really been into Avatar: The Last Airbender and the anime Bleach, and I can say with certainty that all the special interests I've experienced up to now still give me the same joy and comfort that they did when I was younger. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Neurodivergent Navigator Podcast. I hope this episode helped you learn about and get a better insight into what special interests are and the other elements to do with it. Have a great day or night, have a lovely, safe Christmas and a happy New Year, and as always, stay weird.